Aloha, everyone. I'm Rick Kirkham of InHomeComputerHelp.com right here on Oahu. And today I'm going to show you how to use a couple of variations of a backup program I wrote. You've got to have an off-network backup now. That means Google Drive and OneDrive and Dropbox and stuff will not cut it. Use them for a basic hard drive crash. But if your files are infected with this dangerous encryption virus that's running rampant right now, or any type of virus that messes with the files themselves, generally speaking, your cloud backup will see that encryption or that virus messing with your files as an update, and it will update those files up into the cloud. So you've got to have a backup that's not connected to the internet. So I wrote this one here. Let me get into, you've got to have this on a USB flash drive. There's backup by Rick to flash. You just double click on this. I made this as simple as I can. I'm a dual certified teacher and an in-home computer tutor. So we double click on this and it just asks a simple question. Do you want to run the backup? If you don't do anything at all, it'll start in 30 seconds. If you tell it no, it'll ask you if you want to restore some files. So let's tell this yes. And this is going to use a built-in feature in Windows called RoboCopy. So first thing it did here was it made a copy of my user profile. And if I double click on that, hopefully I can do it without causing this thing to, there we go. It's starting to copy all these files already. And if you just take a look at this, you can click on this. And this shows what's going on as far as things copying to the flash drive. And right down here, we got running backup by Rick, my website address, proactivecomputersupport.com. And if I ever want to just stop the backup, all I have to do is just close this black box here. It's that simple. That's all there is to it. And there it goes. So let's go back to here now. And here's the difference. We've got backup by Rick M to F. This should be used on an external hard drive. And so what happens, the difference is when you double click on this one, once again, it asks you if you want to back up your files, blah, blah, blah. And you tell it yes. And once again, you'll see a little black DOS box. And that's backing up files. Now, let me minimize this because I want to show you what's going on inside here this time. This time, it actually made... Yep, not responding, darn it. Okay, so as this opens, let's hope this will open. Okay, so as this opens, what you're going to see is the day of the week that I do this on. And so this will actually make a different copy on each day of the week that you run the backup. The first time it'll take a while. Let me see if I can find the day of the week here for you. Here it is, Monday. And of course now these other files here, these are from the previous demonstration. But let's double click on Monday. And once again, there is my username. That's for copy purposes. And then we open that up. And you're basically going to see the same thing, the file's backing up. Now, if today was Tuesday, or if I do a backup on Tuesday, then it will show up on Tuesday. Now, once again, use this with an external hard drive. And make sure whether it's the flash drive or the external hard drive, make sure that you unplug it when this is done. Okay, and the reason is if you keep this plugged in, a couple things could happen. One is if you get a virus, it could transfer right over. I'm going to close this now. It could transfer right over into these files, right into your backup, so you won't have a backup left. If you have a power surge, it could fry your backup. So just keep the backup unplugged and off the network, away from potential computer viruses and everything else. Now, let's say that we want to do a restore. So we're back to here again. And let's do this restore, because this is actually the most complicated restore. Backup, if you want to call this complicated at all. So let's say we double click on this. And it says, do we want to do a backup? No, we don't want to do a backup. So we click on no. Now it asks us if we want to restore our files. And the answer is yes. If we said no, this would quit in 30 seconds. I made this very, very simple to use. There's no complicated menu with a bunch of choices. Now read this. Select recovery day folder only. It's already gone. It's already read the user name in home computer help. If it's a different computer, then you can just select whatever username that you used previously. So I'm going to go to Monday and double click on that. Now I am not going to double click on in-home computer help. I single click, but I'm going to go backwards. So you see how this down here says Monday. That's the day of the week that I want to back up. So, or that's the day of the week that I want to restore my files. So now I select folder, and it copies the files back. And it's done already because there aren't any files to copy back. So the nice thing about this is my backup program actually syncs. It doesn't just copy the files over to the flash drive or the external hard drive. It actually syncs. So if you delete something in documents, the next time you do a backup, for example, if you did a backup of documents on a Monday, then that file would be gone. So I had a in-home computer client, actually on-site computer client. I went to her office. She had deleted a very important folder with clients, and she couldn't get it. Fortunately, I was able to recover that file using features in Office 365. But with this program, let's say she did her latest backup was on Monday. All she would have to do was to go to the day before. The last day of the backup, like let's say if she did a backup on Sunday, she can go to that and recover the file or the folder that she was missing. In this case, it was an entire folder full of clients. So that's the purpose of this. It's a nice redundancy backup, especially since this syncs. And the nice part about this syncing is, if you have to recover your files, you're not going to end up with a whole bunch of files that you deleted previously, and now you have to go through them again and delete them. So that is Backup by Rick. Make sure you do something. This is the 21st century, and it's a different age of computers. Hackers are taking advantage of everyone, especially right now with this encryption virus. Banks have gotten it. 3 city governments that I know have been hit. Florida City paid a $600,000 ransom in Bitcoin. Folks, it's a different world. Start being more proactive in your computer safety. And if you want to keep your files and photos, you need to back them all up. Eventually, the computer will crash. All computers eventually break down. And it's just a question as to whether or not you're ready. So that's it. That's how easy this program is to use. I look forward to you all using my program and giving me your feedback. So God bless you. Aloha.